Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Around the Creek podcast. As always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
Let's get right into
Yay!
it.
Yeah.
Let's get right into
So
it.
today we're talking about the
I already
episode
said that.
Exercise.
So today we're talking about the episode Exercise, which is a very interesting
Yeah.
addition to Disney Plus, which for reasons,
I'm surprised they added this episode. to
Very
begin with.
controversial, yeah.
it's a bit controversial, according to Disney,
Yeah.
According to a lot of people.
and yeah, some people as well.
I feel like
they
most
didn't
people
change
don't
anything,
care though. I mean, they did just cut like the first 30 seconds
Well,
of the episode.
no,
What do you
this is
mean?
a
Which was
common-
a pretty important portion of the episode.
Yes, but this is a misconception because the original version, the first one, had that part that we're not going to talk about, but they
And we can
then
talk about
cut it out. So the official Bluey page, like the official Bluey company or whatever, I don't know.
Ludo. Ludo.
Yeah.
Ludo.
Ludo.
Yeah.
Ludo, yes.
Cut that out of the episode officially, and that's the only one that airs now, and that's the one that Disney took. So Disney actually didn't change anything.
That's true. Disney
fact-
Disney did not change anything.
The only thing they changed about this season was replacing Dingleberries with Super Troopers in the episode Relax.
The reason
I
why
hate
they
that change
the
so
reason why they
much.
changed that is so funny though.
I mean,
I
I knew they would change it the second I heard it because I watch all the Australian versions first because I'm just like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you gotta watch the Australian versions.
Honestly, like I knew as soon as I heard that they're gonna change it. I didn't think the change in that episode would be so bad.
What did they change it to again? I forgot.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers? That
Have you ever heard-
sounds
that's
worse.
That's like the most American thing ever.
It's not
Super
even-
Troopers.
Like when I don't say like that's not even like a natural thing. Like a dad. Like I don't feel like a
No
dad
one's
would
ever
just
said that.
No,
Exactly.
no. That's
They
so
ChatGPT'd,
bandit like.
What can we replace?
What
Yeah.
can we replace?
Dingleberries
What can
with?
replace Dingleberries? Super Troopers.
Okay, thank you, ChatGPT. Anyways,
From our experience, ChatGPT is
Hey, we don't-
awful coming up with names.
yeah, all the names ChatGPT came up with lost in the running to be.
They were awful. We were like, what
Yeah.
should we name our podcast? And we just like, hey, ChatGPT, and every single one
Bluey's
was
Comfy
no,
Corner.
no,
Yeah.
no. The Sticky Gecko Society. That
That
one
one
is
almost made it.
that
one
was a
almost made it.
certified hood
I'm
classic.
so happy it didn't.
I
It
think-
would have been so good. It would have been so funny.
I suggested the flat pack, but that didn't make
I
it.
suggested that. Thank you very much.
No, I suggested the flat pack. I know
One of
for
us
sure.
suggested it. It wasn't me. That's all I know.
Hey, you know what we're doing right now? Arguing. You know what people did in this episode?
Exercise. Oh, oops.
Exercise. Oh, yeah.
I was
People
wrong.
argued about this episode.
That's
Anyway,
true.
yeah.
People did
seamless-
argue about this.
Anyhow.
Seamless transition.
Boom.
Seamless
Beautiful.
transition. Ooh, transition. I know. Anyways, he's met with a few obstacles. A certain red and blue obstacle.
Coming in the
Red.
form of children.
Yes, red.
Or
She's orange.
It's a red healer.
Oh, I see.
yeah. There is two different things happening here. The real world, which is Bandit trying exercise, and whatever Bingo and Blue are doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're just kind of coexisting.
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
It's
like-
it's like a classic thing of Bluey, and they're bringing it back, which I love. Like, these are the episodes that I always really like. The ones with imagination. That's a big reason why Taxi Driver is one of my favorite episodes, because it's just full of
I
imagination.
mean, we've actually, yeah, it's actually kind of been a trend. I mean, we saw it in like Cubby too, where Bandit was just
Yeah.
watching the TV and everything was happening around him, and then, I'm trying to
That
think
one
of
less
another
so though, because there wasn't
Not-
a lot of imagination in that. A lot of the stuff was
There,
physical.
what do you mean? There was a ton of imagination in that.
Yes, but a lot of the stuff was physical and real.
Mhm.
That's what I mean.
That's true, yeah.
Still took
Like,
imagination to
Bandit-
think of
not
all the
Bandit.
rooms and stuff.
I do notice a reoccurring theme with the episodes. It's like it's always especially with Bluey and Bingo specifically, Bluey and Bingo are doing their own thing where the parents are having their own separate thing that they're trying to do. So like for
Yeah, it's
example,
true.
in Cubby, Chili was trying to measure the walls or anything like that so they could fit a new TV in, and while she's doing that, the kids are like making an entire fort, and like Bandit's trying to watch TV and they just make the fort kind of around them, and then they kind
They
of
also do
eventually
that
in the episode they just kind of intersect, and should I
yeah,
say
they
it?
also
Yeah.
do that. They also do that in Relax. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Yes, that's true.
Bandit's just like chill. Chili's like, come on, let's get going. Let's have fun.
Now that I'm thinking about it, they acknowledge this fact.
Do they? When?
Yes, housework.
Oh, you're right.
They acknowledge this.
They're in their own
Have we
little
done
world.
that?
Yeah, we have not done
Yeah.
housework yet. No, we have not.
Yeah, so we'll be able to talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah, but they're just kind of in their own little world doing their own thing. And yeah, in housework they do kind of notice that, but yeah, it's just kind of a theme where Bluey, especially Bluey and Bingo, like of course in every episode, like usually, I mean whoever is in the episode, especially like one very notable, is Spy Game where the parents are from the parents'
I love
perspective.
Spy Games.
I love it too. Spy Games, the parents are like having their own barbecue, whereas the kids are doing who knows what, like they're making potions and all that. Yeah.
I love that. The soundtrack in Spy Games.
It is such a
That
good
is, like, some
episode.
of my
It's like a
favorite.
nostalgic episode too.
I
just
can't
'cause
wait.
It
Yeah,
feels.
I can't
It's
wait.
super nostalgic.
I can't wait till we get. We're not getting around to talking for that for like a year.
Oh yeah,
you
for a
know,
good while.
when we
for a good
get
while.
around to it, it'll be very fun.
But
because-
this new batch season 3 episodes, I do really like
season
them.
3, I love them.
I do want to talk about Relax a whole lot as well, so I'm excited for that. But
Yep. So, anyways,
yeah, back to the episode.
enough about talking about what is to come and more to talk about the present. But yeah,
Bluey and
I think you
Bingo
pretty much
are
got it.
bandits.
Bluey and Bingo are doing their
their
own
weights.
thing while Bandit's trying to, yeah, and it gets to the point where Bandit's gym equipment is kind of either being used by Bluey or Bingo,
Blingo.
and then instead of
Blingo.
using,
That's an awesome name.
Whoops.
That would be my
Blingo.
child Blingo.
Blingo.
Oh, what do you mean? Like something
Like
horrific?
she got like a gold chain around her neck. Oh my gosh.
What is Blingo? Okay, it doesn't mean
Don't.
anything.
Blingo.
I just had to make sure.
Had to make sure it
Yeah.
wasn't a slur sound like that.
But
I think you pretty much got it.
yeah. So Bluey and Bingo pretty much become Bandit's gym equipment in the sense that well, Bluey and Bingo are playing their little office game.
Mhm.
Bandit becomes the elevator, and then he becomes
Mm.
the chair, and then he becomes the amusement park. All while he's working out, and the kids are playing their own little game.
Something about the elevator is that okay,
That's
so
so good.
Bluey and Bingo, they've got away like what? How many pounds
Uh,
each? I don't know.
I mean, 40 and
Like
Probably
at
like
least
50.
40 each.
It's at least around 90.
That's
90
90
for both.
pounds. And
for both
Bandit
of
is
them.
pulling a squat with both of them in his
Hold on.
hands,
Okay, I'm gonna
standing
be
in his
honest.
hands.
There's
His-
no way they're 90 pounds. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what?
Together, they're 90 pounds.
Together they're
I'm
90 pounds.
110 pounds.
Yeah.
There's no way that little
That's-
dog is 90 pounds.
Sir,
No.
you're not supposed to be 110 pounds.
They're
What do you mean?
they're two little dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But the point
combined.
yeah,
also-
because
they're
remember
also
they're both
kids.
combined, yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
that's what I'm thinking. They're kids, so they
Yeah.
should be lighter.
Yeah,
Right?
kids
Am
are
I-
like
Yeah.
Am I
40
just
pounds.
really light?
Yes.
Kids are like, yes.
Why?
I weigh like 160.
I weigh 140.
160?
I carry
Yeah.
no fat though. Anything that's on me is either skeleton, bone, and muscle. That's about
That
literally
it.
is
me.
amazing genetics. I wish I had that.
It is great
I have
genetics.
a very fast.
Shout out to my dad.
Huh.
But yeah, so Bandit is like he's holding them in his hands basically. They're like each stepping in in one hand each, and he's squatting, which is not easy to lift 90 pounds out of a
He's
full
using too
squat.
much of his back, by the way, to lift.
That is true. Yeah,
True.
bad form. Bad form.
Yeah, very bad form. You will kill your back that way.
Yeah, bad form it can be dangerous. Someone needs to teach Bandit.
So true. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of impressed. Like, I don't know. He's strong, I guess.
He is.
Mm-hmm. Something that I love about this episode is how they go from Bandit being the one playing with the kids, and then the seamless transition
Oh, the seamless
to
transition was
to
great.
Chili
Chile.
playing with the kids, and how Bandit even pats Bluey on the head, just like letting her know, like, good
Mhm.
job.
Handing off the
I love
Fitbit as
that.
well. Like you go have a run, you go have a jog. Because there's so many different things, like not just the elevator, but like they're playing like tennis, I guess, or I guess you call it tennis.
Ping pong.
Ping pong, yeah, or playing
It's
ping pong with
no, sorry,
Bandit.
that was pickleball. I think.
Pickleball?
No,
I don't
it was
know.
ping pong. They said table. They said the
Table tennis,
table
yeah, ping pong,
tennis.
table
I
tennis.
guess it was
Same
table
thing.
Oh yeah,
But he
no,
gets,
never mind.
launched,
Yeah.
and the dedication on this
The
man
dedication on
to
that
jump
man
We
into
all
a
really did not
bush.
get there.
Of
We all
course,
know
we
Bandit's
all
a
know, yeah.
dedicated man. We all know Bandit's a dedicated man.
He would dedicate himself to the games, but like
Mhm.
he full sends into that bush.
He did, and I
Absolutely.
was
And
all
it
for
looks thorny, like
Yeah, it
I
does
feel
not
like it would
look
hurt. Yeah.
comfortable. Yeah, yeah.
I might be completely wrong, but I feel like it was a rose bush
No,
maybe?
I don't think it was a
Or it's
rose
just like
bush,
a
but
normal bush.
either
I don't
way, it did
remember.
not look comfortable to run into.
Yeah, no. Either way, if you're going headfirst into a bush, and he got pretty much swallowed up by that bush as well. Like
Disclaimer: do not run into bushes.
disclaimer: do not have kids
Oh,
unless you want to. There are risks involved, as Bandit shows.
Something else really great about this episode was the music, because it incorporated like the I don't really like stereotype of exercise music, but it seamlessly worked with everything happening in the background as well. I really hope if they make another Bluey album, which I'm praying they do, they add
they
the
will.
song from Exercise, because I love the music in this episode.
Yeah.
It's really energetic and fun.
Another thing is with your kind of like stereotypical like exercise music, you also had like the stereotypical like cover like
Yeah,
song
yeah.
covers for the songs on like Phony on his
Pony is
phone
an
and
amazing
Phony.
name.
Yep, that's exactly. I no longer want to address my phone as Siri. It now needs to be Phony.
Oni. That's like the most knockoff like AI companion name
would-
ever. Phony. It's literally in the name. It's phony.
I mean, I'd take that over Siri any day.
I would
That's true. Can't you name Siri
Alexa.
whatever you want? Like be like,
cares?
hey,
potentially. I
Well,
think
my-
you
Alfie. I
have to.
don't know.
My Alexa is computer, because Star Trek.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have heard you yelled out, "Hey, computer!"
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, I
That's
need to do
why.
that. I need to name it something really stupid.
Something else that I really like about this episode, when it comes to the music, is how you think it's just one continuous track. The music changes as the albums on the phony change, and that's so like clever, and like they're kind of similar to to each other, but it's different enough that you notice it, and I love that. I
Which
don't
I
know who
mean-
did the music for this one. I mean, Joff Bush, obviously, but I think maybe it was just Joff Bush this time.
I don't know.
I
don't think
think
Joe
it was
Twist
probably
would.
just Joff.
Yeah, Joe Twist probably wouldn't have done it with this.
I kind of want to check to make sure that like we're
Yeah,
not
let's check.
missing anything.
Spreading Bluey misinformation.
Oh God.
But like every I think almost every episode is like different music, and it's kind of incredible when you think about it. Like there's 150 something episodes, and there's gotta be like 100 different songs. Like occasionally
there's
they'll reuse
more
it.
than that. There's so many different tracks.
They
That's true.
reuse some,
They
but
do more
no,
than just
yeah.
one song
They do
per.
reuse them, but I feel
That's
like I'm
true.
pretty sure every episode has at least like one unique.
Unless it's a granny episode.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, you got.
They use Granny a lot. But they
Do,
also
do, do, do,
do
do.
do 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 do. They use that one a little bit too much, I'd say. No, just kidding.
I wonder why.
I
They
wonder.
use
It
that
could be
one
maybe it could be
in
the intro
every
music.
episode. They use that one
Potentially.
too often.
Why do they play the same freaking song
At the
every single
beginning of
time?
every single show.
At the beginning of every single show. It's driving me insane. I go to bed, I hear do 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 do. I wake up, I hear do 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 do. I try to eat do 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 do.
Side note, not related to the podcast. I was looking at Minecraft names yesterday to
Oh.
take because a lot of people have logged out of Minecraft and so they don't have their accounts anymore. Literally, Bluey Show is available or Bluey TV.
Oh,
Yeah,
try and take it.
I might, but I probably won't because I do like my name right now. But I also found another name, OK Grammar, which is really funny.
It's really
Oh,
convenient for you.
that would be a good username for you.
Exactly.
Okay, grammar. That's pretty good. I like it.
That's actually kind of funny.
Okay, what are thoughts?
Honestly, pretty solid episode.
Yeah.
We saw a long dog at the doctor's office.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Pile of plushies.
It was pretty fun. I mean, I liked it.
I never think about this episode. A lot of episodes that we do, I never think about until we do a
Hold
podcast
on.
episode on them, and then I realize, wait, hold on, this episode's actually good. Why have I
This
not?
episode's really solid.
Can we talk about who the voice of the doctor was real quick?
Wait, who
was
is the
it?
voice of the doctor?
Neil Finn,
Who is he?
Who's that?
member of Fleetwood Mac.
What?
Who's Fleetwood Mac?
How the heck did they manage that? And what is he? Wait, is
Well, it's
Fleetwood Mac
Bluey.
Australian?
Maybe don't say that. But potentially, like, probably.
I mean, if it is,
No, he's from New Zealand.
Oh, what?
huh?
So Neil Finn's from New Zealand.
Fleetwood Mac. There's the people that made the Chain, right?
The Chain.
The Chain. And you don't.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know them mostly for that one song.
Thunder.
No,
I hate that song.
no, it's what's it? Hold on, I'll tell you. Landslide, that's the one.
That's fascinating. I didn't even know that. That wasn't even.
I
in
didn't know that. I'm like, who is that guy? We haven't talked
They're
that.
now cameo characters. Wow.
I said that we forgot. I'm like, we forgot to completely say who this guy was. And wow.
Huh. I've heard the name Fleetwood Mac. I have heard of that.
Fleetwood Mac.
I have not listened to many of their songs.
Mm-hmm. So I have a few notes down. I wanted to mention the sushi roll part. That's a very
Yeah,
what's the word?
sushi roll.
That's a very
Oh, he did split his-
nostalgic thing. My dad used to do that to me and my brother all the time. And did your parents ever do that?
Roll me up
They never
in a
referred to it
towel.
as sushi, but they referred to it as a burrito.
Burrito.
Like they do it either in a towel or a blanket. It was usually a
Wait.
blanket.
Yeah, I think my dad did that a few times.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
Also, the animation in this episode, obviously, it's amazing. Obviously, it's amazing.
There's some great pause frames. There's some really fun pause frames.
Great freeze frames in there. Yeah.
I was like,
But
oh, there it
it's
is.
It's very fluid, especially for the swinging around part at the fun
Mm-hmm. Round,
part
Bluey, and Bingo.
thing.
They're round.
Yeah, it's like really good. Yes, and Bandit's facial expressions throughout this episode are top notch, especially
Oh,
on the
yeah.
part with the elevator. So good.
Very, very accurate to like actually working out this the strain on his face.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you can he's feeling the burn.
Yeah.
Feel the burn.
Feel the
Another thing
burn.
with animation, just the ending part where Chili gives Bluey the bottle of water and how she just throws it on the ground. It looks so good. The fluidity animation there. It's
Fluidity
The
of the
animation
fluid.
that went into that water bottle.
yeah, just like someone's whole life's work was into that water bottle, and I
I told you I
appreciated
wanted
every
11
frame.
sugars in my tea.
11? Is that
I
what
love
she
how you
said?
can
Yeah, she
taste
said
the
11
you can
specifically, which is so
specifically
real.
taste the amount of sugars in there. Yeah.
As a kid, I drink tea, but I would overload it with sugar. And so I was
Like a
at like
kid.
this
Smart.
family gathering, and one of my relatives saw how much sugar packs I was putting in and snitched to my parents. I'm like, gosh dang it, let me have some tea. Let me put 11 sugar packs in my tea. What is it gonna do?
Kill
And
you.
now I'm like,
No.
oh, this coffee's not bitter enough.
Okay, now coffee I can't stand. I can't drink coffee.
Or
Horrible.
this tea is not bitter enough.
Bitter. Tea shouldn't be bitter.
No,
It
tea
can
is
be.
better, yeah. Ooh.
I guess.
I know this is kind of
I
off topic, but I have a really good tea story if y'all are interested.
All right, yeah, you go. Spill the
Okay. Spill the tea.
tea.
So, usually I put like a lot of sugar and milk in my tea. Not as much as I used to when I was a kid. I actually use stevia, which is like it's like that you grind up
I
like
know.
this leaf, and
Yeah.
it's a really good sugar alternative. That's usually what I use. But I don't often have tea without sugar or milk. But I went backpacking. I believe it was in December in 2023, and what we did was, oddly enough, we decided to bring tea packets. And so what we did is we have these little stove things that she would like lock onto like a tank of gas. And then we grab creek water, because there's like a creek that just goes all through where we were. It was in Arkansas. Um, you get the water and you boil it off. But what's really great is that once you boil the water, it's perfect if you want like tea or coffee, because it's already just hot water, so you don't have to wait for it to cool down. And so pour that in, and we had some tea, and it was the first time in a long time that I had tea without any sweetener or any milk or anything like that, and it was delicious. I was drinking it because we made a fire as well, like we made a fire complete from scratch.
That's cool.
Incredible tea.
I'm sorry, tea without sugar? That doesn't sound
Fireside
right.
tea. Fireside tea slaps. I
Mhm.
will tell you. It is good.
I'm a big fan of Moroccan mint.
Ooh, that is
That's
nice.
what I go for.
All right,
Moroccan
y'all are
Rooibos is
too
good
fancy
too.
for me. All I have is the only kind of drink ever Lipton.
Lipton.
Oh, Lipton.
Lipton. It's just like comes in the yellow boxes.
Yeah.
I know what yeah.
I refer to it
we
as Mufa tea because Mufa means granddad in Swedish,
Ooh,
and
we have
we
Mufa
often
tea
had
too in our
that.
house as well.
Yeah. Oh, we have Mufa teas
Mufa
too.
tea.
I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong, but
No, I think that's how you say it. Mufa tea? Yeah.
it's like Mufa.
It's
or something.
MUFA, yeah.
There's probably like a in there somewhere.
Arr. Yeah, I mean,
I
I'll probably
can't,
be
I
right.
can't roll R's.
There is no R in Mufa, my boy. Mufa. Mufra.
Anyhow,
So, what would you rank this episode on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably a 5 out of 10 for me on my scale.
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, I'm gonna go with a 6.
What? What are you guys talking about?
No.
You get the other.
Don't get me
Hold
wrong.
on.
I like this episode. There are so many episodes that are better than it. It's
There's
not
a
a
lot
it's
of
not a bad
episodes.
episode by any means, but it's like in the middle. It's not mid feels like a bad name for it because it's actually not a bad episode. Like it's not like boring, but considering all the episodes
Yeah,
of
that's why I'm
Bluey,
at a 6. It's a good
Yeah.
episode. I like it, but it's not my,
Okay,
it's
what
not my
did you
favorite.
rate? What did you rate? Cubby again.
Not
Cubby. Oh, I think I
sure.
gave it like
I
a
think
7
it's
or 8
7
at
or 8.
least.
Yeah.
It was like
I
an
remember
8 at
you saying
least.
8 or something. Yeah, I think this episode is an 8.
Really?
I think this
No,
episode.
Cubby
Okay,
was
maybe not an
leaps
8.
and bounds better.
Okay, 7. Yeah, 7 sounds right. 7 out of 10 for this episode for me.
Okay.
So that
'Cause
evens
I
out to like a
really
6,
enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, 6 out of 10 is like a group group rating.
All right, so we're at a 6
Yeah,
overall.
it's not
This
a bad
episode is a
episode at
6 out of 10.
all.
Huh?
I want to just be clear. This is not the episode, but considering all of Bluey and like something has to be something has to be a 1, something has to be a 10. And so where does that fit in between those, I guess, categories?
It doesn't have to be
Say
a
it's
1.
a 5. In my ranking it is.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. That's a very even ranking way, but in my opinion, there's the lowest episode is probably like a 3 out of 10.
So
I guess
our,
that is true. Depends on the way you rank it.
Our score for this episode's a 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
This
It is a
episode is a
6.
6 out of 10 officially.
Officially.
Don't look at
Anyways,
IMDb. Don't look at critics or reviews. This is
you
the
just need
official
us.
source.
You just need
Yes.
us, the Around the Creek
We
podcast.
should create our own website where we just have all of the list of like
That's a
what we
great
rank the
idea.
episode. Wait, that would actually be cool.
Actually, maybe we'll make a website at some point.
Maybe we will. I
Maybe.
don't know.
Anyways, though, with that being said, as always, I'm Elijah,
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
and this has been the Around the Creek podcast. See you next time.
Bye.
So hopefully soon.